I'll just bring on I has been impaled because they're willing to come on. So give me just 1 second here. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so my audio has been kind of weird, so hopefully this comes through on YouTube and it isn't a problem, but we'll just go there. So I haven't had you on before, have I?
No. I checked the list before the podcast, and it said I had been on, but I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong.
Kind of strange. Well, anyways, you're here now. So, what religion were you originally? Are you still religious?
Catholic.
Or you're Catholic? Okay. Are you still Catholic or?
No. Too much bullshit.
Right. Yeah, I hear that. So, how long ago did you end up leaving?
Around the time I was 12 or 13.
Oh, really? Okay. Did your parents leave with you, or was it just you?
No, it's just me.
Okay. So how did your parents feel about it? Did they know?
They don't know. Okay. I don't have the heart or the guts to tell them.
Right. What do you think they'd do?
I think they'd behead me and put my head on a stake outside the front lawn.
Really? That's intense. Jeez. That's interesting.
I don't think they'd be very happy with the idea of me leaving.
So what was it that kind of got you to move away from religion, for lack of a better term?
It was kind of a slow process. At first it was just like I was in all these science classes. I was doing more advanced research, I suppose. I was taking more advanced science classes, and I was the evidence they had for it was a lot more compelling to me. But then I didn't really think about it until two of my friends started dating, and I was just they were both girls, so
okay, gotcha.
I was kind of just like, there's nothing. I don't really feel like this is something that should be wrong,
but
because they're my friends in there,
I guess.
And I'm not gonna lie, there was a bit of jealousy because.
Very interesting.
Oh yeah.
So your parents, I assume they weren't big fans of that whole relationship that your friends were taking part in, right?
I never told them. I don't tell my parents these things.
Okay, so
yeah.
I guess your parents are anti-gay generally, though, right?
Yeah, they don't like me.
Are you gay?
Yes.
Do they know that?
Kind of.
Okay, so they suspect, I guess?
No. I told them at one point that I was, but they kind of like to forget it's a thing that happens until it's convenient.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. So I assume that you're okay with just hiding the fact that you're atheist or that you don't believe in religion anymore, and the fact that you're gay. I mean, you've been handling that okay up to this point. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I don't tell them any of it. They don't ask, I don't answer.
That's good, right? Because like some people, it just eats them up inside to hide that kind of thing. You know, I'm always in favor of just not telling anybody as long as you can get away with it. By the way, how old are you now? You don't have to say.
17.
17. Okay, it's been a while then, huh?
Yeah, it has been.
Cool.
It doesn't bug me as much. It does annoy me quite a lot when they go on their kind of religious.
Yeah.
Religical is not a word. Religious rants and such. It's annoying and such, but I don't feel the need to tell them anything. It's just going to make my situation worse, and
definitely
not about that.
So what kind of rants do they go
on?
Like, can you think of any
like when the election was going on?
Yeah.
I was more supportive of Hillary than Donald.
Okay, right.
and my mom went on this very, very long rant about how Hillary, because she supports abortion, is a murderer.
Okay.
And a lot of other things, but like the main points are abortion, gays. I'm trying to think of another thing.
Religious conservative issues, and
yes,
that's crazy.
Yeah, my parents don't believe in climate change, or they don't believe in anything that's backed by science. They don't. The only thing, and this is something I'd take with a grain of salt. The only thing that they agree with science on is that the Earth is round.
Okay.
But even that, I'd take with a grain of salt.
Well, that's better than nothing, I guess, right? God.
I suppose.
Oh man.
I have tried my hand at debating them, but it gets nowhere. So right. I've given up.
Yeah, I've actually done a little bit of street epistemology, so I don't debate people as much anymore, but I do kind of talk to them in a calm, rational way, and give a little bit of ground so they'll give some ground back, and maybe I don't know, maybe get them a little bit closer to rationality. Sometimes it's not easy to do, and it takes a long time, but it's a struggle. So let me ask you this then: what was it that got you to this corner of the internet? Like, what brought you to the atheist YouTube corner, for lack of a better term?
I'm not really sure.
Right.
I kind of went on a rabbit hole one day. I watched a couple videos by Cosmic Skeptic, and then I watched some Jacqueline Glenn when she did her atheist videos.
That's cool.
And then I found you, and then I found some like comedy atheist things like Dark Matter 2525, and
he's pretty cool.
Oh, I forget the other one, but there was another one.
There's a Creationist Cat. He's kind of a comedy one. I don't know if you found him or not, but that's interesting. That's an interesting combination. Jacqueline Glenn, she was kind of a first wave or maybe second wave YouTube atheist. Dark Matter's first wave, and then I'm third wave. So, like first and second wave, back from any atheists, YouTube atheists from 2008 to 2016. Those were all first and second wave, and pretty much all of them ended up going to SJW topics. And then the third wave came out around 2016, 2017, and we got back to atheism. So anyway, yeah, just a little bit of information there. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on and talking to me. It's been super interesting.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, maybe I can get you on again one of these times. But all right, I'll talk to you later on then. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. By the way, like I said, I don't have a co-host today. Usually, I have Crate with me, giving me the names of the guests and things like that, and reading questions for me. But this time, she's sick. She has some kind of a virus or something like that. So I told people on the YouTube channel to at me with any questions they had. And I did get a couple of ats. Now, before I address the questions, I wanted to address a different at. One of the ats says, Dabiq is in Syria, oof. That's fine. That's probably the case. I never claimed I knew where Dabiq was. I don't know that region very well. I know the politics of that region pretty well. I don't know the geography. I never lived there. I never have any intentions to live there. I know the names of most of the cities because they're involved in politics in one way or another, but I don't know the areas. So, anyway, one of the questions was by Derpy Butler. What drives you to do what you do? Why do you love making these videos? What drives me to do what I do, ultimately, is the fact that when I was coming out of the religion, I felt very alone. When I was in the religion, I felt very, very alone. I was very isolated from society, and that wasn't entirely due to Jehovah's Witnesses. That was also due, at least in part, to just having the parents that I did. But I was very isolated, and when I left, I felt isolated, and I felt like nobody knew or understood what I was going through. I felt like a loner, and I just didn't want anybody else to feel that way. And that's why I started doing YouTube. Honestly, I started YouTube because so many YouTube atheists were talking about SJW stuff. And I saw it, and I saw that some of that was kind of toxic. I'm glad that they addressed that stuff, and now it's time to move on. But in the interim, we didn't have any YouTube atheists around. Not many active ones, anyways. So I felt that there was a vacuum. There was nobody there when there should have been. So I started doing YouTube because I felt like the YouTube atheists had just kind of gone off on other subjects, and they declared the debate won when it wasn't. There's still an awful lot to say. And search algorithms will deprecate videos as they age. So if nobody's putting out new content about this subject, nobody's talking about this subject actively now, currently, it's just going to get lost in the algorithm, and it's the discussion's going to die. So whether you've debated these subjects or not, whether you've debated them into the ground or not, it doesn't matter. We have to keep talking about it, or the debate dies. So that's why I do this, and that's why I will never stop doing this, because right now there's a Jehovah's Witness. Oh, let's see, it's 9:51 on a Sunday night. So somewhere in the United States, a Jehovah's Witness is walking out of the Kingdom Hall for this Sunday meeting. He's getting in his car with his wife and his kids, and he's thinking to himself, I don't think I believe this anymore. I think this is garbage. I think that the governing body is full of shit. And I can't say a word, or I will lose everything and everybody. Right now, that's happening somewhere in the United States. That is why I do this, and that is why I will never stop doing this. I will never stop doing this. Even if people say I repeat myself, even if people say we won the debate, I don't care. I'll never stop. Anyway, this one's going to run a little bit short. I appreciate you guys coming and giving this a listen, but yeah, that's the end. So I hope to talk to you guys next week.